Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. It's that time of the month again, May of 2022. Got the patch notes all ready for you, breaking down 6 or 7 things that I think you need to know about next month's update. Let's jump right in. So first off, we're getting 2 new champs. I know that's a big surprise. First of next month's champs is Wong, and I gotta say, I love the detail on this guy's outfit. It looks really a lot like Benedict Wong. One of my favorite characters in the MCU. He will be Mystic, of course. I'll have to see. I think the Champion Spotlights should be live as of the same time this video is going live, and I'm sure there'll be videos on Wong breaking him down as well. The other character that we're getting next month is Rintrah. This is a character that I actually had to Google. I had never heard of Rintrah. I'm really not up on my Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, mystical comic knowledge. So Rintrah looks like Minotaur, but he's not a Minotaur. He's some sort of other being. Looks really cool. Again, I like the design here. The art department just continues to knock it out of the park here. So 2 Mystic champs next month. All right, next up is next month's side event, which is called the Trials of Madness. So we previously had an event like this, I think all the way back in like 2018. I can't remember if we had a Trials-like event since then. So the basic idea for the Trials is that it's a daily quest and there's going to be a single entry. So I think you only be able to do 1 difficulty per day. So you want to try and do the highest difficulty that your roster will allow. There is 1 path to complete with like 5 or 6 randomized defenders from like a limited pool of defenders. There's a different trial each day. So there's different node sets each day, and then I think at the end of the week on like Sunday, presumably there's going to be like a stacked Dormammu boss with maybe defenders from throughout the week, or maybe 1 defender from each trial from the previous week. So, all right, number 3, the Eternity of Pain is coming on May 11th. So there was a forum post on this yesterday at the time of recording. I'll link that forum post into the description. Basic idea here is that it's structured similarly to last year's Summer of Pain. There's going to be 1 boss per week, and that'll be the only fight in the quest. And at the end of that week, that boss will disappear. And then at the end of 4 weeks, the 5th week will feature all of the previous 4 bosses in 1 quest. I don't know if there's going to be like a super powerful boss or if you're just going to have to defeat all 4 again. You're going to be limited to a team of 3 champs for the 5th week. So it also looks like the point and reward structure is going to return from Summer of Pain. So each week you're going to earn like, some meaningless like point or whatever, and then that point is going to add up toward a solo objective. And at the end of the 5th week, I think the 5th week's fight lasts for 2 or 3 weeks, so it's really going to be like a total of 7 weeks, 2 months-ish before you get your rewards from this, which is kind of a bummer, but, I would prefer it if they would hand out rewards like right away after you finish week number 5. There are going to be, of course, extra objectives for Paragon players. I'm really curious to see how challenging those are going to be, and what the extra rewards are going to look like. If it's going to be like a significant increase for Paragon players, or if it's just going to be like a small amount of like bonus R formats or something. Speaking of Paragon, of course, is the new campaign progression level that is coming next month. It is a bit confusing here because it says later this month, right up here, but the Paragon title has to be in place in order, before the Eternity of Pain starts on May 11th. So I suspect that this is going to go live like on patch day. So day 1 for Paragon will probably be patch day. We also haven't seen the 7.4 10K offer return yet, and as of this recording, it's the 28th today when I'm recording this. A lot of people are still waiting on that offer to come back because they need it to get to Paragon. So we're looking at like less than a week right now, I think, until the patch drops. So be ready, get your 10K units ready if you are thinking about getting that offer to get Paragon. All right, next up, KABAM 0, the hero we don't deserve, back again this month with some more really nice quality of life updates. 0 always delivers, guys. So first up, we're getting the ability to cycle through rarity ratings for synergy champs. So this is going to be useful if you want to like save a higher rarity champion for content, and just bring in like a lower rarity champ for for synergy purposes in like AQ or AW. Next up is team select from Quit Quest. This is really nice. I'll probably be using this a lot for itemless content. So when you go to quit out of a quest, if you need to restart, for example, you can go directly back to the team select screen instead of quitting all the way out, then reselecting what quest you want and going back to the team screen that way. Really nice. And number 3, rank up gem selectors. So I think previously the game would favor the use of like a generic rank up gem over a class-based gem. This is long overdue. Really glad this is finally in. Difficulty selection memory, that's nice to have. Very helpful for monthly EQ, of course. And then crystal scroll memory. So this should be helpful for those of us who kind of utilize the pet method. Less scrolling involved when we're going back into our crystals. Number 6, a bit of a surprise. We are getting 2 champion buffs next month. So again, surprising because KABAM really suspended the buff program in favor of the rebalancing efforts. So I think the spotlights for these champions should be live right now. You'll undoubtedly be seeing videos on them from other creators. But I'm going to say like Storm is like really good. Like really good. So and I think like Horseman Storm is going to be even more ridiculous than she is already. So if you haven't done your Mutant Domination Karina challenge for doing a Path and Abyss with all mutant champs, you are probably going to want to strongly consider like ranking up your OG Storm and maybe even like popping some Sig Stones into her as well. More details on that can be found from other creators, of course. Mordo's update seems like more of a value update. He has like a few new mechanics in his kit, and I think at least one of his synergies has just been like folded right into his base kit. But the playstyle for him, pretty much unchanged. Hopefully the numbers bump has kind of put a bit more damage into him and made him a bit of a more respectable champ for offensive purposes. All right, last but certainly not least, the exhaustive list of next month's bug fixes and improvements. So we'll go through a few of these. The first one that stood out to me is this one, which I don't remember seeing anywhere, but apparently there were some instances where Magneto could infinitely hold his heavy and have his unstoppable buff not expire. So I don't really know. I've never seen that happen. I think it'd be pretty funny to see, but obviously, you can't do that anymore. We have several Penny Parker fixes here. The second one here is probably the most important. So Auto Block will now correctly resist heavy attacks when Sync Shield is active. I know that at least for me in like Battlegrounds, I got into a really bad habit of just relying on heavy attacks when fighting a Penny in BGs. So you won't be able to do this anymore. It is written in her ability text that she will resist heavy attacks when the Sync Shield is active, so just be aware of that when you fight her going forward. Speaking of Storm a minute ago, Storm has new animations for both her heavy and her special attacks and a new victory animation. This is really cool. Storm has those generic like female animations that all female characters had when the game came out. Storm is a really old character. Really excited to see what those animations look like. And then last, so there was a bug that I've seen a bunch of people report where using multiple Awakening Gems at once actually would only apply signature levels to one champion. So what ended up happening is like if you had 2 Mutant Awakening Gems and you go to that little dialogue, if you selected like 2 mutant champs to use the gems on, it would actually apply both of those gems to one champion and put them at Sig 2. So really annoying because you obviously lose the Awakening Gem if you do that. So that's going to do it for next month's update. A lot of really cool stuff coming next month. Pretty excited for the new characters. The Attorney of Pain, little scared about how difficult that's going to be. Well, we'll get through it either way. Let me know what you guys are most excited about in the comments below. And if you have any questions about this month's update, I will be happy to answer them for you. As always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.